Hello and welcome back to another episode from the PeerCraft server. It is episode 9 and I hope you are all well today and good. Last episode, episode 8, we actually worked on this corridor down in the alien spaceship slash base. I haven't done any more of the promised organic sort of nature or darkening down. Still got dripping water. I'll need to do more of that, but we'll probably do that off camera. You know, we'll do little touches of this celestial crystal maybe growing down the sides a bit, just to make it, you know, give it a more organic feel. I'll get my words out eventually. But for this episode today, we are going to be working on the central control room. This is where it all happens. This is where I'm expecting the aliens to be controlling their ship from. So it's going to be square. It's not circular, as we discussed in the last episode, because it would be really hard to do a circular sort of saucer shape. But I've got some good plans for this, and without further ado and without chit-chatting too much more, we will crack on. I've got everything I need, I think, in here. Of course, I've got more factory blocks that I'm using, and we'll start placing some blocks and get on with this. So this is going to be the main. We're going to have obviously four walkways leading up to a central point, and we're going to use the future block a lot more in the rooms as we go through. Getting a little bit of lag as I'm placing down these blocks. Hopefully you can't see that too much on the recording, but as we do these rooms more and more, the sort of circuitry power, that's the kind of reason why I've used these along the walls and into the rooms as well, because I'm imagining that these are linking all the power elements up for the base itself, and so yeah, they come up to these points here. So let me just quickly get some of these in. So I'm recording these episodes pretty close to each other, so I've not actually had a chance to look at any comments on the last episode. I hope you did enjoy it, but I did ask you for ideas. If you had any, please give me some ideas and I will more than happily consider them. I have some ideas for the rooms, but as I said, if you do have any that you think might fit nicely for my alien base, and these aliens are not particularly nice aliens, so they do have a certain agenda on mind, but I've not had a chance to look at the comments, so hopefully at some point I'll get a chance to do that, and we can see whether we can do anything else with this. So the sides are going to be fairly similar. It's just going to be, I think, a build up of these blocks. Now it's quite possible that I may decide to change it. As you can see, these connecting textures then spread out, which actually looks quite cool. But I might put some sort of controller looking computer things potentially in at the sides here, but at the moment we're just going to keep it simple and we'll get this all in place. So I'll quickly do that and do that off camera, and I'll go all the way around, get the walls in, and then I'll show you what I'm actually going to do with these four corners. Oh, and also with the electronics assembler. Actually, I'll show you what I'm going to do with that now. This is going to go in the middle. So these are sort of like the computer terminals, and they're going to see. Remember I said that when I place this down it lights up. That's what you see, and it looks really cool. And also the beacons pass through it as well, which is an added bonus. But I'll be using or utilizing these in most of the rooms as well, and these will be like these sort of central controlling points that link up with all the circuitry and the power, and I think they look absolutely crazy. They look really cool with that sort of turquoise light blue colour. Of course I'm not going to be using them for what they are normally used within that particular mod, but aesthetically I think they fit really nicely into the actual room itself. So let me do the walls and I'll quickly get back to you. Okay, last few bits, we're just using the old builder's wand, which is making life a lot easier. There we go. So yeah, the walls don't look too bad, and when I actually get these bits in here, it detracts from the fact that there's a solid wall. But yeah, I haven't thought of anything else that I'm gonna essentially put in there just yet, so it might just stay like that. I mean, we don't want to get too overly complicated with things, you know, for every single room. It'd be nice, and we'll try and do a lot of design where we can, but you know, in general it's going to be as easy as we can try and make it be for ourselves, without me lessening the quality of the build. Oh, okay, we've got some holes. So in these sections here I'm going to add a bit of depth, because this, as you walk into these rooms, and obviously the corridor outside, it's very flat, there's no sort of depth to it. So now we're going to start to add a bit of depth by going downwards in these actual corner sections here, and we will continue with the future blocks and the circuitry aspect of it as we come down here as well. And they come down in the corners, so we'll just pop one here and there, and then we'll dig this out, and I'll keep falling down. And then we go down one more. Don't think we do we? What goes down here? I'm trying to remember now. I've got a little picture that I'm referring to. Is it these again? I think it might be these again. Oops. So let's just put those in, and we still have that in the corner, like so. And then round here we've got some of the factory blocks that go around the door. They are going to go around here, and then we come up again and we use these. Do we? No, we don't. No, we don't. We use these. There we go. Should have stuck that torch down. There we go. So that gives us a nice platform, and yeah, it's dark. What can I do to resolve that? Let's try and get all my inventory is now clogged up with blocks and dirt and flesh and this and that and everything else. I should have some torches here, or I'll put some torches down for the moment so you can see, but I'll need to probably paint some of these, paint some glowstone, yeah, just to light this up. So there you go, there's one section. So we're going to have 4 of these in this room, and they're acting like little plinths. So in the center is going to go something else, which I'm going to chisel, and I will try and do, although chiseling is not the most entertaining thing in the world, I will do bits of it with you, and then we will get the main area done. Roof wise, I think I'm going to go with some sort of dome. I haven't fully thought about it yet, but that might be the only part of the base or ship that has like a circular aspect to it. So you still have the circular glass dome above the control room in the middle, but we'll see. I haven't entirely made my mind up yet. I don't know whether we then, or we just go with some sort of detailed, yeah, maybe we could design a sort of detailed design in the ceiling that sort of arcs up, and we'll go crazy with that. I need to maybe think about that, test a few things out before we do anything else. But these I can do. I've thought this out. I know what's going to go on here. So let me get on with that, and I will catch up with you in a second. So all of the corner platforms are now done. I've got those in. We've got a bit of depth to the floor, which I like. So the next thing I need to do is the ceiling. Yeah, of course we're going to fill in these little corner sections with something else, but we'll get to that towards the end of the episode. The next thing is going to be the ceiling. Now I know I said previously that I was thinking of, you know, the UFO circular with the glass sort of dome, the central sort of piece of a UFO, but I think I've decided that it may be the only circular thing in the whole sort of base slash ship. You know, I'm thinking of it being more of a base really than a ship in itself, especially with some of the rooms that I'm going to be putting in. So decided I'm going to do away with the roof, the ceiling idea with the circle and the dome, and we're going to go with something completely different, but it's going to be more angular and in keeping with the room itself. And initially it involves mirroring the pathway in the middle like this. So we're going to put these in here. Where's me? Let's get rid of that and put that there and that there. Okay, so we could do this. Yep. Nope, wrong one. Right click. Now what I don't want to do is do that by mistake. That would be a big mistake. I'd end up having to do a lot of digging. I've done that in the past with dirt outside when I was building the pyramid, and boy was it a pain in the backside to have to dig all that back out again after you'd chucked a whole layer of dirt down in the wrong place. Anyway, we're going to mirror these initially. Then we're not going to go with the green. We're going to go with a darker colour. Similar grate, but with a dark colour this time. And there, and then this side, and I'll just quickly finish these off. Okay, so the last few of these. Now what I have noticed when I put these in is the actual doorways. You can see how we've got a finishing line at the bottom here. That's because when they don't connect and there's no block down here, you know, we get the end of the block. And when I put these in, I've noticed that doesn't look quite right on these top corners because we don't have the finishing edge. So we're never really going to see up here, so I'm going to take those out. And look, yeah, there, that gives us the columns down and the bits across the middle as well. So we're going to take each of these corners out, and we're being visited by a slime because this base is in a slime chunk somewhere in this vast space. Maybe that's what our aliens could be. Could just have slimes roaming the corridor. Okay, so that now looks a lot better. Yes, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to mirror this. Oh, I'm going to have to get rid of this, making too much noise. You can't get through. Go away. And you, and you, and you. Thank you. Right, okay, so we're going to give a bit more verticality. That's not a word, is it? We're going to... it might be. I don't know. not thinking at the moment. We're going to give this a bit more depth up here. So what we're going to start with is, have I got the blocks? No, I don't. We need these. We're going to run these around the inner edge to begin with. And of course we are going to run out of these. I might have to chisel some factory blocks. And we'll do one of these and then I can get on with the rest. Let's just quickly chisel some. No, there. No, these. Right, okay, so let's quickly chisel these. Where are we? There. So yeah, we're kind of mirroring this row of blocks down here. We don't have the future blocks running off because that's our sort of line of power, that's our circuitry, and nothing like that's really going on up above. We then want these babies. Now I think these are really cool looking blocks, especially when you put them in a row and the texture runs like this. This looks quite cool. It looks like a sort of block of silver. Alright, I'm sick of these torches as well. Right, so that goes like that. Then I thought, what could we do with, yes, I wanted some glass. I wanted to still keep some glass in the roof rather than having a big dome, so we are going to have some glass in each of these cells. And I've been looking at some types of glass and I found these three. Redstone glass, which looks really cool, an ethereal glass, which apparently you can move through, so it maybe stops mobs but you can actually walk through it, and a glowing glass, so that can add a bit of light. I've got painted glowstone on corners and things like that with these factory blocks, so we can add a bit more light up here as well. So what I'll do is, just rather than using a block of these on the corner each time, let's just put some dirt down and we'll get rid of it. So we start with some redstone just to break up the sort of silvery block in the ethereal block, and then we put down this baby. And look at I love the designs on these, especially when you put it in a row and the connected texture sort of feeds all the way out. And then right in the middle up here we're going to have this sort of glowstone glass. Look at the light that sheds off. That's really cool. Let's get this down here. Take that back, take that back, take that back, and we broke something here. There. And there we go. How does that look? That looks good. What I might do, if we can just pop through this glass here. Yes, you can see all of this up here. So at some point I may come up with something to go above, so at any angle when you're inside I'll probably surround this roof with something. I don't know. I need to think about that. But of course I don't want to leave it as it is because you can just see that nasty looking block. But I certainly want it like this, so it just looks really good. Look at that. That looks good. I'm quite pleased with that. So I'm going to quickly get on with the other three sections and I will come right back to you when that is done. Right, I've got them all in and they look very nice indeed. Let's walk in here. Yeah, they look pretty cool, and I think there's enough light in here, and what's going to go here, that bit of height helps as well, so that does work very well. Something I also just thought of was, I know I'm going to block these off at this point, but can I put, there's a couple of things I've thought of in fact, can I use some of these like this and then use some of this ethereal glass here? Nope. Oh, it does, it goes in like that. Okay, let me go outside here and then break up the, oh, lag when I touch that. There we go. nip back into there. Look at that, look. That looks cool. So now that we've got this sort of symmetry between the walkway and the ceiling, putting those there like that as well adds to that, and then you've got this sort of encased power generating through the middle there. That looks really cool. I like that a lot. Something else I thought of was to bring the stairway here, the path, bring it down like a little, got a few steps down, just to take it away from the ceiling a bit and just to add a bit more depth to the walkway as well. So let's quickly try that. Let's put that beside that, and then we just take out our chisel and we'll go draw region, grab that up to there, bosh. Okay, now we need to take one of our patterns. Not really too bothered which one it is, to be honest. Have I got a chest around here somewhere? No? Not a chest, crafting table. Must have a crafting table somewhere. Here we go. Here we go. My inventory is getting very full. Let's put this in here, turn it blank, take that off, and then we'll need to also just break up some of these and do that same material. Right, okay, let's give this a shot here. So if we come in here and then walk down here, whenever I break those, they it makes it kind of lag a bit. Don't know why. What was it doing? Oh yeah, this. There we go. So if we do placement and then dig down, and I'll probably have to put more of these up the sides maybe, and we'll go there, 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 there. Let's just see what this looks like. Can we run out of these already? One there. Dig down a bit further, like so. There, there. Now is that too much? Have we gone too much? Have we gone too far down? Why would we want to go down that far? Would we then want to also step this, or am I digging myself a hole for no reason? What do we think? I don't know. Right, I've got these here, so if we put these in here and like that, oh, right in my face. Here we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What does that look like? That looks a bit weird. I mean, what would be the purpose of... Is it too far down, or do we dig these down? But if we dig those down, then I lose the effect of these cells as well. Or do we like this? Am I trying to add depth for no reason? This... I still like this. Even though it's only 3 blocks tall, I still like this. So, no. No. Scrap it. There we go. Done away with it. I've decided I prefer that. Yeah. Okay. Alright. It was just it was an idea, it was a thought. Okay, so on to the next and last thing of this episode. A little bit conscious of zombies and time and how long this is actually going on for at the moment. And the next thing we need to do is chisel even more blocks. So let's try and get this into position. So in these spots here we are going to have a chair, and I need to chisel this chair, and I will be referring to a picture because there's no way I can remember how to do this exactly. So I'll bring the picture up, I'll have a quick look, see if I can remind myself. We'll do a little bit of it off camera and I'll bring you back because it's going to take me a while to chisel this and that's probably going to be a bit boring. But yeah, we're going to have a chair on each of these pedestals in the center control room for the main sort of base ship, and this is where the aliens will sit, or could sit. I'm not going to put aliens in them, but they are wandering around and they come here and control things, and that's their power processing life force. I'm just thinking, making things up as I go. Right, let me chisel this, otherwise this episode's going to go on forever. Okay, so we're nearly there. Just got a few final touches to do. I did most of it off camera because you would have had to have listened to me and not know exactly what I was trying to do. So let's just, I think we've got a little, oh no, that's taking it away. I wanna put you, can we do a block? Nope, that's the wrong thing again. Place. There. That doesn't interfere too much. So if we do that there as well. Yeah, we've got a little block in there. Okay, so that adds a bit of depth in the corners there. Next thing we need to do is they're going to be quite expensive chairs because I need to break this. And it is the one and only, I think, emerald block that I have left. And I want to draw a region. And this is where we get a bit of colour into this. So we're going to draw that like this. And that's not going to end up doing what I want it to because it's going to take over 2 there. That's a no. Can we get you to take 1? So we do that. Ah, I see. It's on replace. I want it to place. So yeah, if we go like that, there we go. And like this. Yeah, I'm not too sure now. No, maybe it'll work. Maybe I used a different green block when I designed this, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Actually, the edges of the emerald block look quite nice, yeah, because it's coming sort of off like this and then off like that angle. That's not too bad. It's not as bright as I hoped it was going to be. And then we do single bit place, and then we've got these little, no, replace, and we've got these little bits of green where all of these are, just in there, just to add a little bit of detail. Where else have we got them? Down here, down there. The only problem with that is now they all look a different colour. I'm not sure I like that. I may have just wasted an emerald block. Anyway, let's get it to the point that I'm happy. So now we've added the green, we're going to add a bit of red, a bit of blue, and a bit of yellow. So let's move these out the way, and then we'll do same material like so. And these are going to be buttons on the, like a control panel. So how far are we going to go? We're going to go like that. Just put a bit of yellow there, and maybe there, and then some red like that. Yeah, because that actually looks orange, so that's quite good. And then do we want to maybe mirror it? Shall we mirror it? Let's just mirror it. Red, red. No, I'm not mirroring it, am I? That's a poor show. That should be where? That's better. There, there. There, there, there. Like that. And the last two bits. Voila! That didn't quite turn out as I hoped. I'd forgotten the texture of the... I must have used a different green block then. I must have used a different green block. I'm sure it was an emerald block. It doesn't look too bad, does it? It looks like a chair. You go over and have a look at it. It looks like a chair. Yeah. I mean, I could still muck around with it and do a bit more, but that's not too bad. I'm happy with that. So the aliens sit here and control the ship slash elements of the base from the chair. Now I need to do this in all the other all the other 3 sections, and then we will finish the episode. I will quickly come back to you once I have got all of those in. So that's it. They're all in. I managed to do it super quick by, you know, just using the positive chisel designs. But my oh my, am I pleased that this is finished. Yeah, I think I'm pretty pleased with that. I might, as I said at the beginning, I might do something different with the blocks and the wall. But you know, if you were to walk in here, you could see that these were seats, and you can get the feel for what this room actually is. So, and of course it's got bats in it, which just adds something extra, a little bit. Yeah, really happy with it. So folks, this is a central control room, or bridge, yeah, bridge of the alien vessel slash base slash UFO. So I really hope you've enjoyed this episode and you've stuck around with me. If you did, then please leave a like, and of course if you're new to the channel and you want to see more of this as we build more rooms on this base, I think the next thing I'm going to try and tackle is power, so some sort of generator of some sort in the base, and I'm thinking about putting it into one of the large corner rooms here. And yeah, I've got some ideas, but I need to figure out and test, because it's something that I've never done before. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will catch you next time, folks. See you later.